All right.
Oh, that's a cute little turtle. Okay. So,
Get a little closer there. I think that'll work.
what we haven't done yet is our parallel improvisation thing, which I don't think we can do without the sentence distillation.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. We have the ones, we have, Jill asks for a second chance, which causes Jack to express his guilt from such denial, as in, like, saying no. And then Jill offers up her devotion, which causes Jack to rethink their relationship. Okay, I think we should, like, take one of them and then do what we did in class, like,
Okay.
improvise. Does that work?
Yeah, that can work.
Cool.
Sorry, I just got a little back tooth sore. Still really hurts.
Oh no, what happened?
I don't know. It's like it just came out of nowhere. But the town hall will go away, I hope.
Yeah. Okay. So if we come up with a scenario and then we maintain the whole thing where my tactic is to offer or to open up, I guess. And then Jack's would be to reconsider or something like that.
Yeah, we could
If
try.
that makes sense. Yeah. So let's see, if we put that in a real life situation, what's that look like? We could do like a coffee shop. Or something simple, yeah. And then
I figured this would be our chair and make this like a coffee table.
yeah, sure. I don't know, it's really hot in here. I'm trying to think of a scenario, because if it were us two, it wouldn't be giving our marriage a second chance because there was no marriage in the first place. But it could be like, let's see. I'm trying to think of something that I would be asking you to give another chance to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I still reconsider, so we might stay like that.
Right. Okay. We could say with Night on Broadway, we'll say like we both did our first night on Broadway in the same show, and you've made up your mind not to do it again. It wasn't what you expected, but this is me asking you to do it. Like, do the show again, but there's worries that it's not going to be the same or that it's not going to be as good as it was before, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Are we here?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, just go into it?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I have a question for you.
Okay.
I was thinking about choristers, and next year, and I was wondering if you would maybe like to give choruses another try, maybe do a couple of your shows again.
I don't know, man. This is difficult for me.
Why?
Well, in the first, like for the last year, I was terrible, and I was not pretty good. So I figured I might reconsider.
Well, I mean, maybe this one could be better.
How so?
Well, we'll have new songs and a new cast. Maybe even a new location.
It'd still be the same.
I think that's the scary thing, but then there's always the joy of a new audience. You know, you can have a new outcome or something.
Outcome. I still don't know.
There's always the opportunity for someone to mess up. There's always that risk of something going wrong, but I think that's why we continue to do stuff, is that we give it a second chance, and we're hoping for something better to happen.
Maybe, but what do you think is gonna happen if I mess it up?
I don't think you alone could mess it up. I think it's a team effort. I think it's everybody coming together, but you know, if we mess up, then we keep going. That's what the relationship of a cast is everybody's there for each other.
It's true, yeah, but they don't even care about me.
I don't believe that.
Oh, trust me, they do. I heard people make fun of me. They're like, hey, look, there's a skinny boy. Oh, look, this kid messed up the song. Let's start again. I'm the one who caused it.
Well, yeah, but the problem is that happens to everybody, and I think the best shows, the best relationships come out of people standing back up after they've fallen down. If you stay on the ground your whole life, then you'll never get the joy that you get from the audience, knowing that you've entertained them and that you worked hard for it.
Made some good information. Maybe, just maybe. I might give it a try.
I like maybe better than no. Cool. I like that. Oh, I love choristers. Okay, I wrote down her questions from class because I don't have them with me. But comparing between the actual scene and what we just did, how did circumstances of the scene differ or parallel from the parallel improvisation?
Well, we changed like different kind of relationships to it, like the choruses and the love. It makes it more difficult. No, but it is similar to show they shown something they really want, like consider and reconsider.
Yeah. I think changing the circumstances made it a lot easier for me to want you to say yes. You know, like I was working towards something that I cared about as well. And then I thought it was obviously different because it was a situation that we're in rather than the situation that they're in. But I liked it. How were you personally different from / similar to the characters from the scene?
For me, I'm different kind of how when Jack just feel like he just ignoring and trying to resist. For me, I just feel like maybe a little considered.
Yeah.
Makes it more, and maybe you feel like, yes, I want to give it a try. It makes it feel like I'm really considerate.
Yeah.
Some parts I feel like, nah.
Yeah, I feel that. I really don't like Jill, but I think I did feel the same, I guess, as she did, to know what she wanted and to keep working towards it and to find like counter arguments and stuff that would get her what she's looking for. But I thought it was different in the way that she almost begs. She gets very, very like personal and detailed about it, I guess. And I'm not one to like force somebody to do anything. But, did any feelings lead to actions?
Yes, it does show a little bit of action.
Yeah, I think when you said stuff that like gave real life examples, like if someone were to make fun of somebody else, I think that caused me to like hesitate a little bit, and Jill's kind of one to like push forward and argue till she gets what she wants, but that made me kind of like slow down and stop, I guess, because I was like, oh, sad. And impulses not followed, like stuff that you wanted to do and didn't, and why not? I don't think I did.
No, neither do
I didn't feel the urge to do anything like major or big, because I think I didn't want to make you feel guilty for your
I think it's just
decision.
normal. Just normal.
Yeah. Cute. Okay, and then I also wrote down that we identify all negative thoughts about the character. This is what I'm excited to do, because all my thoughts about Jill are negative. Yeah, so in our scene specifically, do you have any like aspects of Jack that you don't agree with?
No, I don't think anything in the aspects that I don't agree with Jack.
Like nothing about him that you don't like?
Well, that he is not feeling comfortable with, but I think he should really take a considering with Jill. I think I can't say that he just don't want to take her back. I figure if I would do something, I would want her back.
Yeah. So like you wouldn't say no as much as he does, I guess?
Yeah.
I feel that. I guess I don't like Jill at all. She's so... Because I read the play, and I didn't get all the way through it, but I read a lot about their relationship when they were married, and she was very... not demanding, but she made it all about her. So I don't really like that she's very selfish, I guess. She got with Jack in the first place, not for his sake, but for her, and then she broke up with Jack because she wanted to be alone, and now she wants to get back together with Jack because she doesn't want to be alone, and so she's making it like all about her, and I think that's why Jack giving her a second chance is so difficult. She's just mean. She's not nice. Let's see. And then... Okay. And then, do you have a pen with you by chance?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's totally fine. We can do this afterwards, I guess. Each beat that we've done needs an active verb title. So the first one we did, we have greetings, which is what's happening. So we would make that like to greet. And then the next one we have is missing. So to miss. We kind of did that well in the first place. So we have needy, to need. How do you think the second one or the fourth one we have is honesty? So instead of to be honest, because that includes be, what can we make that? That's when Jill says thank you for saying what you feel. And then he's like, what I'm feeling is possible, impossible. So an active verb to like summarize saying what you feel. Like to expose?
No.
Or to like...
To express.
express. I like that. And then we have blame, which is good. That's to blame. To deny. Okay, so we have a section that we've titled Second Thought. So we could do like to reconsider, rethink.
Probably rethink.
Rethink. Is that our last? Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I was memorized and then I wasn't, because
It's okay.
I memorized it and then I kind of like didn't look at it for a while. But I think, I don't know. It's so much harder. Have you read it by chance?
Mm-hmm.
You have. Okay. So.
Oh, you mean the play? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
read. Ah.
Oh
I
no,
just
you're totally fine.
memorized the script. I thought that's what you meant that.
Yeah. No, you're good. I haven't read all the way through it, but it's like a lot easier to, I'll keep this marked in there, to understand how bad the relationship was before, because they've had discussions where where was it? Okay, I don't know where it went. But Jill is in the kitchen and she's like really, really upset. And Jack's coming in and he's trying to calm her down and stuff. But all she's doing is here it is. She's just breaking dishes. So like it's already become a violent thing and she feels it's either just talking smash. She's just breaking dishes. And that kind of like is a physical representation of what's going on between them, or things are just breaking. And he asked her what she wants to do. Like, he's trying to help her. He's trying to get her to find another way of expressing herself, and she says it out loud that all she wants to do is break the dishes. And then one of the later discussions, they kind of skip over the divorce process, and they're dividing books. All they're doing is dividing books, because like one of them is moving out, and like he calls her a bitch and she's like freaking out about it, and he's like, it's not a big deal. And so everything they do turns into an argument, which made me think that this discussion they have is kind of like walking on eggshells. Like they don't want to say anything to make the other person
Probably, yeah.
freak out, you know? Which makes me think that when he says, to what Jill do I owe this honor, is like sarcastic, because it's most definitely not an honor that she's there. Yeah. Do you want to try one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do my bestest ever to not look at it, but...
Okay, you got this.
Because I had it memorized, and then I did all the reading, and I figured out how disoriented all of this is.
There.
Perfect. And I know we don't have to have this memorized by Wednesday, but I'm going to do it anyway, just in case. Because we'll probably end up doing another parallel improvisation like we did today. But she just said to have one done already, so why not? Okay. Okay, it's like slowly. Okay. Hi. Listen, I've been over in the stacks watching you, and you care for a place is safe, huh? That, by the way, is the poet I admire. So, look, I'm I'm Jill, medical dominatrix, who would like to meet you, Jack Stojanovac, because some years ago I mislaid is better, mislaid some serious relating. And I find now, in my heart, that I would like to meet you, severe and conflicted beauty. For at a time you found convenient, or such as now, sometime after now. Or if you, I have a feeling, what the hell, it doesn't hurt to roll the dice. Your turn.
Fuck.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe after coffee. Or right here in the reading room.
To what, Jill, do I owe this honor?
I miss you.
You miss me.
I miss you, Jack.
How is this possible?
Well, first I was alone, then you came and I wasn't. Then I needed to know that I could be. And I am, and I don't need to. So, to someone who doesn't need to be alone, you were the first person who came to mind. So, I thought I'd check in.
It's just, can't see, feels like just got you out of, but to do that as I pull out of my hand, tore my chest, tore it out, rip you off it, put it back in, close it up, came out in a godforsaken rain. Now I turn around, and what the hell are you doing here?
You
needed. Well, it's so late for what you needed, wouldn't you say? People whose need don't meant again over and over again are bloodly likely not to meet the needs of the people they needed. And when those people show up with their needs, I practically beg you, in case you don't remember saying I would, I don't know, fit around the edges, turn to a plumber and pastry chef, only to be told to give you a try at the nursing home. Don't tell me to be quiet so you can read the Cosmopolitan. Look, I may not know how to love you, but I love you endurably. If you hadn't invested what I felt, we could have shaped it anyway that would work for both of us. But you're such a narcissistic set of self-realization, if you wouldn't know the perfect union walked up and bit you in the ass.
Thank you
Thank me.
for saying what you feel, Jack.
Forget it.
Don't cut me off.
You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling that there is the possible and impossible, and this is impossible.
Just because it isn't possible doesn't mean it isn't necessary. Sorry.
Sorry.
I alone have escaped to bring you stuff and being fully incapable alone, Jack. Maybe in the end, that's what you have to fix.
Why me?
You know why.
I swear to God I don't.
Because I don't know if there's anything called love, Jack, but there is being known, and I've done without, and I see now that time is getting short, and I plain old can't afford to be without. And I see now, given the lovers I knew and the ones I'm seeing, that you were the one who really wanted to know me.
I wanted to know you.
And I wanted to be known.
I think time it came and went, Jill.
Are you sure?
How the hell would I be sure?
Well, because some of us aren't what we used to be, and we can take what we're feeling and put it in a room, and we can talk.
Bloody hell.
Jack?
No.
Jack?
No, listen. We aren't... You know what I mean.
I don't. No.
I need somebody softer.
There's nobody softer than me, Jack. Not when it comes right down to it. I will support every good thing in you. I will kill anybody who messes with you. We'll have a kid. We'll work. I will take no shit. I'll be your mate. How about it?
No.
Okay. Really? No?
Yes.
Jack?
I can't.
Okay? I took the red eye. I hate the red eye. Could I maybe have a hug?
No.
Because I'm a bitch? Because this is payback? Because timing is everything? I have bad timing. I do.
You're wrong about change.
What did I say?
It doesn't matter.
Tell me. Anything? So, anyway. Did
Maybe.
you say maybe?
Maybe.
As opposed to no? Okay then. Okay, Jack. Cool. Ugh, I so wish I had this memorized.
It's
I
okay.
think it's the parts. It's this little section that I get really confused where it's like, Jack, no, okay, no, yes, Jack, I can't.
You still got it. You still got it.
Thanks.
That deserves you a hug.
Aw, thanks. Finally. After being rejected so many times. That's the thing. I kind of like the fact that he, like, teases her with the hug.
Mhm.
Because he's really mad at her. And then he, like, takes that away from her just like she did to him. Okay. But, like, why does he tease her with the hug?
Well, I feel like he doesn't feel like a teaser. He just felt like he wants to hug her but no, he just don't want to be fooled again.
Yeah.
Probably he just don't want to be like tricked. So I guess he just want to think through.
Like, suck back into it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's smart. Cool. I wrote something down. Okay, I have a question. Do you have your script with you?
Yes. That's nice there.
Okay, tonight I'm gonna write in my thought work, like what gets me to each line, because I think that'll help me memorize it. It's cool if you haven't. I'm just curious. Have you done your thought work?
Thought work? No, not yet.
Okay, I was just wondering what Jack was thinking, like, throughout this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously he's frustrated, but not to the point where he's given up on her. So, I was just wondering, like, what he was thinking when the first part, when Jill walks in, he stares at her. He's amazed. Why do you think he's amazed?
Let's see. Probably he's amazed that he felt the same thing when he first met her.
Ooh.
That might be.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's been a while. I want to say it's been 2 years or something since they saw each other. Something like that. Like, it's been a second. But yeah. And then, so I think at this point she's really, really nervous to talk to him. But then after she reveals what she's saying, it's almost exactly what he told her, which I think it might be why he responds the way he does. He's just frustrated. But then, so she kind of asked him out. She asked him out for coffee either now, where they are, or whatever time suits him. So when he says it's an honor to see her, do you think he's, like, actually honored, or does he just
He's less
making
honored.
fun. Like making fun of her.
No, I think he wasn't. I think he showed less honor. A little bit.
Less honor?
Probably, yeah.
I feel it. Okay, and then she she talks about how okay, I think I'm a little confused with her line. She says, first I was alone, then you came and I wasn't, so then he showed up and she wasn't alone, but she needed to know that she could be alone. She was alone in the first place. But I think she's got that kind of thing where if she's like single and she's not in a relationship, then she's sitting there wanting to be in one. But then when the opportunity to be in a relationship comes up, she gets scared and forgets what it's like to be on her own and belonging to herself. Same thing with down when she said, I alone have escaped. Like, escaped what? To bring you stuff. Like, what is she bringing him? And also, okay, that's what I was going to say. When she says being fully incapable alone, Jack, maybe the end, that is the one thing that you have to fix. I don't know if she's telling him that he needs to be fully capable alone. You know, like be able to operate by himself, because that wouldn't make any sense if she was trying to get back together with him and be like codependent.
Yeah.
Serious. Let's see. Yeah, I need to finish the play to like figure out what's going on, but I did find out a lot about how he was so there for her, and she was really just experimenting. That was her trying to figure out if she could find out what it felt like to be alone and stuff like that. And to a person who doesn't need to be alone, that's her talking about herself. So she's gone away and she's figured out that she knows what it's like to be alone, which is her doing with, like, done without being known. She's had her fair share of time being alone and not knowing what it's like to be known by somebody else. But what's confusing is that they got married. So she spent a bunch of time with him getting known by, you know, like he was getting to know her. So she was being known by somebody else. He wanted to know her and she wanted to be known. But then it broke off, I think, because she's such a mess. Let's see, time is getting short. But she went off to find like a bunch of other people, and none of them actually wanted to know her. He was the only one who really wanted to know what she was like, and I think that's what drew her back in. Is she felt understood around him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't mind.
You got like 20 minutes left now. Thought you go check your phone.
Oh no, we're good. We're all good. I wrote down a bunch of stuff that I thought would be really cool to try, and I can't find it anymore. Yes. So that all being said, her wanting to be alone, him wanting to know her, I'm wondering how to convey that without playing an emotion, you know? So if he's frustrated, it's hard to play frustrated, you know what I mean? So if Jill was feeling vulnerable, I can't play vulnerable. I'd have to like do something with that. I think that's what the sentence distillation is for. So if we were to turn frustrated into something playable, what would that be like? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it
I
makes
kind of
sense.
worded that funny.
No, I think it makes sense. Yeah.
I wrote it down when she was talking, but I didn't write it in context. I said instead of playing an emotion, we use the sentence. So the sentence distillation instead of, and then also she said, I think it might have been in another class, it's easiest to play something if you fight it. So like if your character's sad and they need to cry, you sit there as that person and you tell yourself not to cry, because that's what you do in real life.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I guess if he's frustrated, he could sit there and be like,
Yeah.
don't yell at her, don't yell at her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then to correlate that with the beats. So if, okay, the first section we have is to greet. So if they're meeting each other and she's feeling vulnerable and he's like, however you think he's feeling, like maybe frustrated or confused or something like that.
Yeah.
Then I could come in obviously greeting you, but also thinking in my head, you know, don't say too much, don't scare him away, don't. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you feel like Jack's emotions change through it? Like
Changed through his beginning and now to the end. Probably he feels thinking about doing it in the end, and then he feel like no to the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Is he like, is it like a one switch thing, or is he like going back and forth?
It's like a one switch thing.
Okay, cool. Where do you think that happens? Like, what
Probably-
does she say to make him change his mind?
When he said maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, okay, perfect. So she says, that's when she goes away. Like, the whole time she's talking, and he's like just thinking no this whole time, and then she starts to go away. Do you think that's because he doesn't like the look of her walking away?
Yeah, I
He
think that's
wants
one
her to
thing.
stay? So I think they have that kind of relationship where you're not happy together, but you're worse off when you're apart.
Yeah.
You know? So, as hard as it is for them to be together, I think they're supposed to be. They're just not good at working through things. They're not good at, like, being there for the other person, I guess.
Yeah.
Keep hearing these noises. I see that too up in here when she says we could talk, he says no, and then she walks in and he says maybe. So they're not good at communication. They're not good at opening up the other person and trying to get them to say what they're feeling, which is why she thanks him for saying what he's feeling. Here.
Makes sense, yeah.
So, what I don't get is that obviously they both care a lot about each other, but they're really bad at communication. So I wonder what it is that makes them work. Because it worked for a little bit. They got married. And they're potentially getting back together. So there's something there that's like pulling him in. So I think what Jill sees in Jack is the fact that he knows her, he gets her, he still cares about her despite how messed up she is. But what do you think Jack sees in Jill? Like, what do you think he likes about her so much to give her a second chance?
Probably he feel bad to leave her.
Like, he feels guilty?
Yeah, he feels guilty a little bit. Because she wants to do everything for him, so I feel like, man, I feel guilty for why I did that. So I figure maybe that's why.
Yeah. Because of what she said. He says, you are wrong about change. So, do you think that's because he saw change in her?
Yeah.
Yeah. She spent their whole relationship talking about her, and then she brings up a lot of stuff about how she'll take care of him.
Maybe.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's cute. Because I see nothing in her. But, yeah. Do you want to do like a little 5-minute break thing?
Yeah. And we'll get this one last script one last time. Good.
Cool. Need to finish this too. Do that later.
After I'm done with this recording, how about like I send this to you on Facebook message and you could just put it on YouTube and send a link to Marianne.
Okay. Yeah, totally. How does that work through Facebook message?
I'll figure out a way.
Okay, cool.
Or I can use your phone number. I could just, good idea, send it to you.
See, that's what I thought, but it won't let you send messages that are like over 20 minutes. Or send videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'll figure out a Facebook message.
Okay, cool. So what'd you do this weekend?
I don't know. I just did some boring stuff today. I know my sister has a spring break, so she's lucky.
Oh, really? Where did she go?
I don't know. I think she's just chilling, hanging out with her boyfriend.
Oh, I mean, like what school?
Oh, taste cream.
Oh, I should have known you went there.
What about you?
I didn't do anything, but my sister is also on spring break, which makes me really jealous because she's in South Carolina with her friend, and they're like riding horses on the beach, which just sounds so amazing. I'm so jealous.
Oh, they're there now. Just okay, we're both on the same thing.
We'll get through it. But yeah. Also, I'm losing my voice. That makes me sad. It's okay. Which is perfect in the theater world, you know, because we don't have to talk. We don't have to sing or anything.
Right.
Whatever. Oh my goodness. Is there a water fountain up here? Not in here, but like.
Probably, yeah.
On this floor. They're dirty. Someone told me they're gross. It's okay. I'll get water later. I'll be fine. Okay, here. I'm gonna use this to memorize this really, really quick. So, it's relating. I was gonna ask real quick. I know we also don't have to have sets Wednesday, but what if we like had a little table that you were reading at?
Yeah.
Like Jack, and then she comes up on the opposite side of it or something, and then whenever he stands up, she could move closer, and that's when the conversation is like.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we could like put a chair in the corner or something to be like the other person that we say sorry to.
Yes.
Sorry. When do I say sorry? I say sorry. Okay. Topping him. I think that's her like yelling at him or trying to let me get this with me, to cut him off or quiet his argument or something. So she'll get louder, and then that's when I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Shh. Exact. Okay, so I'm gonna try this.
Okay.
Give it a shot. Hi. Listen, I've been over in the stacks watching you, and you care for no place to say, huh? Listen, I'm Jill, medical dominatrix, who would like to meet you, Jack Stojadinovac, because some years ago I lost, mislaid is better, I lost some serious relating, and I find now, in my heart, that I would like to meet you, severe and conflicted beauty, for, at a time you found conductive, such as now or shortly after now. What the hell, it doesn't hurt to roll the dice. Your turn.
Fuck.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe after a coffee, or right here in the reading room.
To what, Jill? Do I owe this honor?
I miss you.
You miss me.
I miss you, Jack.
How is this possible?
Well, first I was alone, and then you came, and I wasn't, and I needed to know that I could be. Now I do, and I don't need to. So to someone who doesn't need to be alone, you were the first person who came to mind, so I thought I would check in.
It's just, I can see it feels like too. Just got you out off, but to do that, as really, I punched my hand to my chest, tore it out, rip you off it, put it back in, closed it up, came on a godforsaken rain. Now I turn around and what the hell are you doing here?
I needed.
You needed. Well, it's a little late for what you needed, wouldn't you say? People who's needed don't meant again over and over again, or blatantly likely not, to meet the needs of the people they needed. And people, when those people show up with their needs, I practically beg you, in case you don't remember saying, I would, I don't know, fit around the edges, turn to a plumber and a pastry chef, only to be told to give you a try the nursing home. Hey, don't tell me to be quiet so you can read the Capolitan. Look, I may not know how to love you, but I love you endurably. If you hadn't invested what I felt, we could have shaped it anyway that would work for both of us. But you're in such a narcissistic self-realization, if you want to know the perfect you, and you walked up and bit him in the ass.
Thank you.
Thank me.
For saying what you feel, Jack.
Forget it.
Don't cut me off.
You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling that there is the possible and the impossible, and this is impossible.
Just because it isn't possible doesn't mean it isn't necessary. Sorry. Jack, I alone have escaped to bring you stuff. Being fully incapable alone, Jack. Maybe in the end, that is what you have to fix.
Why me?
You know why.
I swear to God, I don't.
Because I don't know if there's something called love, Jack, but there is being known, and I've done without, and time is running short, and I just plain old can't afford to be without. And so, given the lovers I'm seeing and the lovers I knew, you were the one who really wanted to know me.
I wanted to know you.
And I wanted to be known.
I think time came and went, Joe.
Are you sure?
How the hell would I be sure?
Because some of us aren't what we used to be. We can take what we're feeling and put it in a room, and we can talk.
Bloody hell. No.
Jack.
No, listen. I'm really... You know what I mean.
I don't. No.
I need somebody softer.
There's nobody softer than me, Jack. Not when it comes right down to it. I will support every good thing in you. I will kill anybody who tries to mess with you. We'll have a kid. We'll work. I will take no shit. I will be your mate. How about it?
No.
Okay. Really? No?
Yes.
Jack?
I can't.
Because I'm a bitch? Because this is payback? Because timing is everything? I do have bad timing. I do.
You're wrong about change.
What did I say?
Doesn't matter.
Tell me. Anything? So anyway.
Maybe.
Did you say maybe?
Maybe.
As opposed to nope? Okay then. Okay, Jack. I skipped lines.
It's alright. We still got it. You still got
I
it.
got most of it. I took the red eye, then the hug, then the... Okay, cool. I'll get that next time, I swear.
Let's see. We have 3 minutes, but we did good. Nice one.
Yeah! This is the last one?
No, I said nice one.
Oh,
nice
I thought you said last one.
Nah,
I was like,
nah.
I was like, really?
Nah.
Cool. Okay, so... I know we go Wednesday, but it's not like the run of the scene. It's going to be like what we saw today.
Mm-hmm.
And if there is a time, like Friday or Saturday, if you want to meet, or if Mondays work for you, that's fine. I just didn't want you.
I
to
might
feel
come
like...
back Saturday, but Friday I'm going to Knoxville. But
Okay.
maybe Saturday would be a good idea.
Okay, cool. I think I work Saturday at 5, but that's like later in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So
You could do that.
whatever works. Because I didn't want to like
No, it's
make
fine.
you feel like we have to do Mondays. or
Anytime you want to do, I'm free for that.
Cool. Oh my gosh, I need water. I'm dying.
Alright, I'll send the video to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna say we hug, girl. You did good.
Thank you so much. So did you. You're killing it with this.